Hello, good morning. I'm Rajendra. Welcome to a technical session. In the last class, we discussed so far OOPS concepts and some concepts are left. So I start where we left off. So in the last class, we discussed what is class and what is object. Okay. Once again, I will revise that one. Class. What is class? What is class? And object. I will tell you what are properties and member methods. Is called class. Okay. So and class is it is not in a physical form, it is only blueprint. For example, if we construct any house, okay, before constructing any house we will take that blueprint architecture, that architecture is also called as class. Okay. Once by seeing that architecture only we will implement the house construction. In the same way, based on the class only object will be created. I will write the syntax of the class. Class, name of the class, class name, okay, beginning of the class. Here we write the properties and member methods. Methods, simply methods. This is a class definition. Okay. Here this is beginning of the class, this is end of the class. In C++ we write the semicolon, in Java we do not write the semicolon. And how do we define the definition of the object? Means object is nothing but it is an instance of the class. Object is nothing but it is an instance of the class. Instance means the is a physical form of the class. Okay, it is a collection of the properties and member methods in a physical form is called object. That is the difference between the class and object. Means it is not a physical form in class, whereas in the object it is a physical form. So without object we can write the class, but not vice versa. Means without class we cannot create the object. Okay. Next, I will write the definition here. It is a instance of the class is called object. If you want in details, it is a collection of instance variables and methods, instance methods is called object. Okay. In single statement, if you want to define that object, means it is an instance of the class. What is class? Means in a single statement it is a blueprint of the object. Okay. If you want to tell in details, we have to tell that it is a collection of instance variables and instance method. What is the meaning of instance? Instance is nothing but a object. Okay. The variables which can be performed on the objects are called instance variables. Okay. Instance method means the method we can operate, the method we can perform on the instance objects is called instance methods. Okay. Instance is nothing but a method. We will write the syntax of the object. How do we creating the object? Class name space any reference variable, this is reference variable, semicolon, reference variable equal to new class name. This is a creating the object. Okay. The first statement, this is creating the reference variable. The second statement, this is creating the object. Here new is a keyword which is used to create the object. Okay. We have there are 4 ways to create the objects in Java. One of the ways is creating new operator. Okay. We can create the object in 4 ways in Java. What is first one is a new keyword, that one of the type is new variable or new operator. So, here the reference variable holds the hash code address of the object. Okay. In C++, there is only 2 ways to create the objects. Okay. Simple, we can write class name space object name semicolon, that is it. There is no reference variable in Java, in C++, object name simple. So, object is created. So, another type also we can create the object in C++ means class name pointer equal to new class name. This is a creating the class in C++. This is static compilation time object and this is runtime object. A runtime creating object. This is compilation time creating object. In C++. So, in Java there is no compilation time at all, there is no question at all at static level, means compilation level, everything is in runtime only. Even variables also not created at compilation time, everything is created allocated at runtime. At the time of executing the JVM only will allocate the memory for the variables and objects and reference variables. There is no question in Java compilation time, but in C++ compilation time variables and runtime variables will be allocated. So, we will see the one example. Class emp private, these are access specifier, int e number private, string name, employee name, semicolon, private, gender, char, gender, semicolon, private, next double, salary, next public, void, get data or read data. So, we write here system dot out dot println, enter number. So, to read a input from the keyboard in Java, we have to import java.io.star. Okay, input output package. Here I will write input stream reader. reader semicolon, import java.io dot buffer reader semicolon. So here we have to write throws IO exception. Okay, if this throws IO exception means buffer reader read line method one we are going to write, which throws at a runtime exception, so that it should be handled. This is also called as exception handling. Okay, enter number. So here I need to store, that is employee number equal to integer dot parse int pr dot read line. This is employee number. Next, system dot out dot println, enter name, employee name. Here I am writing e name equal to br dot read line. So here why I am writing integer dot parse int, here I am not writing anything, means this read line method reads the data in the form of the strings. I forgot to write the creating the object for the buffer reader class and input stream reader. Input stream reader ISR equal to, or ISR equal to new input stream reader system dot in. Okay, the meaning of this one is it is used to connecting to the keyboard. Okay, it is used to connect to the keyboard, so that once keyboard, but I cannot read from the directly, there is no method is available in input stream reader class object. That method is available in buffer reader. So buffer reader also I am creating br and ISR, these are the reference variables. Br equal to new buffer reader class, and ISR, so it is attached to the keyboard. Next we are reading the br dot read line. So just simply I am writing this one. Next, closing the I am writing the main method, public static void main string arg throws IO exception. So here I need to create the object. This is a, we need this one only actually. So to write to create this one, we have written this much of code here, creating the object. What is the class name here? That is EMP. Okay, E is a reference variable equal to new EMP, E dot get data. Actually this is the creating the object. Okay, so in the interview you may not be asked to write the whole program. They will ask only syntax and one simple, just you can write simple this one, this statement, it's okay. Okay, if you get confused, you no need to write the input stream reader also, just simply you can write the, instead of writing this one, you can write something like this also. If you get confused, employee number equal to 10, Okay, in the interview, so if you get confused, just you can write something like this also. Employee name, you can write any name. Okay, double equal to salary equal to 17,000 something like this. Okay, so that's it's enough for example example program in your interview. So simply we are reading the data. This is nothing but a creating the object in Java. Next, classes and objects finished. Now we go for the inheritance, which we had not detailedly discussed in the last class. So inheritance means creating a new class from already existing class. Already existing class. Okay, this is the definition of the inheritance. So creating a new class from the already existing class means how. The syntax I will tell you. Okay, I am writing one class here, class name 1. Okay, next I am writing another class 2, name 2 extends class 1, class name 1. Okay, this is the syntax, means whatever the properties and methods are available in the class name 1, class 1, that is inherited to class 2. Just I am remembering there is no sufficient class name. Okay, whatever the properties and methods are there, that is inherited to class 2. Okay, so no need to declare and define the once again the variables which we have declared in the class 1, and no need to write once again in the method definitions. Simply we can call in the class 2 also, means that is totally inherited to the class 2. Whatever the properties are there in the class 1, that is inherited to the class 2. So for already one class variables and methods we have already defined some classes. So it is by using the inheritance, time is saved and reliability. These are the features of the inheritance. Time means if you want to write one already existing on successful class is there. Okay, so there are so many methods are there in that class, so no need to write from the scratch level. No need to write from the scratch level. We can reuse. Reusability is available in the inheritance. So here I will write the features or advantages of inheritance. First one, reusability. Saving the time and money. How money means, if you want to write any class or any already existing software, means so many resources are should be involved. Okay, then time also will take, so we need to pay that salaries are saved here. For example, one we are writing one software already successfully software, it will take our 6 months or 1 year time. Okay, if it is already available, if you want to reuse that code in our next version of the software, so I can reuse that code by using the inheritance. This is available in the Java and C++. It is not available in the C language. So this is the advantage of the inheritance. I will add one example. what is the example, class C1 protected int A. Next, public, while we are writing the inheritance in the superclass C1, the source class is called superclass, okay, and deriving class is called subclass. Here, so we should not write the private here. If you want to write the private here, this A cannot be inherited to the its child class. Next, public void get data. This is end of the class. Class C2 extends C1 protected. Here you can write private or protected, no problem, because I don't want to inherit to other class here. This is the final. So int B, public void display. And some statements will be there here. So this is end of the class. So I am writing in, I want to call this in another class. So the meaning of this one is extends, means extends is a keyword. Extends is a keyword which you used in the inheritance, which that whatever the properties are available in the C1, that is inherited to the C2. That is the meaning of the extends. It is used in the inheritance concepts only. So whatever the properties and methods are there, that is inherited to C2, means C2 contains B as well A also. So here A is not at all visible, but it is visible, it is inherited to the inherited from C1 to C2. So now the properties are there. What are the properties contains in the C2 class means A and B, okay, and what are the methods are contains in C2 class means get data and display data as well, a display method as well. Because I am not writing the get data here, simply I am inheriting, inheriting into the child class. So this is one of the main pillar of the OOPS concept, inheritance. Okay. Next, now I will call this method in some other class, that is I am writing project public static void main string arg what are the C2, I am creating the object for C2, reference equal to new C2. I am not at all creating the object for the C1 class, means C1 contains only A and get data, but I want get data and display method as well. So I am creating the object for the C2 class. If you create the object for the C1 class, only A, variable A, next get data is only available, I can call, but I cannot call the display method and variable B, instance variable B. So if you want to persist, if you want to call the get data, display method and A and B, so then we have to create the child class object. So child class object I am creating here. So I can call reference variable dot get data semicolon reference variable dot display data, display method. Okay. Okay, right. Here I am calling the get data method with respect to reference variable. okay, which reference variable is of type C2 class. Okay. For example, I am making comment here C1 class. I am creating the C1 class object, C1 class object ref1 equal to new C1. Then I will get the error here. I will get the error here, that is display method. Okay. It is okay because it is available. It is available in the C1 class. Get data method is available in the C1 class. Okay. Next, so this is the inheritance example, and we go for types of the inheritance. Types of the inheritance: single inheritance, next multi-level inheritance, third one multiple inheritance, so these are the enough. So in some books we can find that hierarchical inheritance, hybrid inheritance. So all these, if you know these inheritance, it is enough. Okay. Based on this multi-level inheritance and single inheritance only, we can derive the all the inheritance. We can create the so many types also. So no need to learn all those hybrid and hierarchical. Okay. So these are the main types of the inheritance. First, what is single inheritance? One superclass and one child class. It contains one superclass and child class or subclass is called single inheritance. It should contain only one superclass and one subclass. For example, I am writing here one simple example for the single inheritance. Example, class, this is superclass, next this is subclass. Extends is a keyword, it must be used in inheritance. If you want to inheritance from one class to another class, it must be used. Extends C1. Okay. In C++ we don't write the extends, we write the colon operator here. Okay. In C++ also I will write one example how to write in C++. Here we need to write the semicolon, here we need to write the semicolon, here we write colon operator. Okay. So C1 is inherited to C2. This is in C++, this is in Java. Now we are talking on Java. So extend keyword should be used. Okay. I am extending the C1 to C2. That is the meaning of the extends. Extend is a keyword. Okay. Extends, while we are using the extends means already one C1 one another class should be exist. Only existing class only we can write. I cannot write the another name, that is C3 or C4. So because C4 is not exist here. Okay, only existing class only allowed here. This is single level inheritance. Next we go for the multi level inheritance. Multi level inheritance. What is multi-level? If there are more levels of inheritance, then it is called multi-level inheritance. More levels. What are the more levels? C1 class, C2 class, C3 class, C4 class. If you are inheriting inheriting from more levels, from one level to another level, then it is called the multi-level inheritance. For example, senior NTR, Hari Krishna and junior NTR, this is nothing but a multi-level inheritance. Okay. Chiranjeevi Ramcharan, it is only single level inheritance. Okay. So, here I am writing one example for the multi-level inheritance here. There are more levels of inheritance is called multi-level inheritance. Okay, example I will write here so that you will understand. Okay, if you are facing any problem also, you can mail to my mail ID. I am responding. So many persons are they are approaching me through email. Class C1. So I will write for simple example, grand. Next, class son extends grand. Okay. Next, another class I am writing, grandson extends son. Okay. So just look here, whatever the properties are available in the grand class. Okay. So grand class, that is inherited to the child class, that is son class. Okay. So that son class contains inherited property as well as its own property. Okay. This its own property is not at all available visible to the grand class. Next, next, grandson inherited means that is all the properties and methods are available in the grandson class. Okay. So and as well its own methods and variables also available. For example, here I am writing int a public void get data. So here I am not writing a once again because already available. Why do we go? Why do you write again? So here I am writing another variable, instance variable, void display, void display. In the grand class I am writing another variable, that is C, void compute. So here the grandson class contains A, comma B are inherited. Okay. Here in the methods, what are the methods are inherited? Get data, comma display data are inherited. So here no need to write the get data and display method definition here once again. So it is already available in the grandson. Okay. For example, here grand parent contains one bike or cycle. So that cycle is inherited to the its son. Okay, its son class. Okay, and this son class can contain another bike. Okay, this now the what are the properties of the son means cycle as well as the bike. Okay, and grandson will be those cycle and bike are inherited to the child, its grandson class, and his own car also he can contain. This is the example, and only remember that only members are inherited but not the data. Only members are inherited to the its child classes but not the data. Okay, we will get the bike from our parent but not the petrol, that is the meaning. Okay, so here the computer, this grandson contains all the properties of its previous classes. This is nothing but a multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. This is the example of the multi-level inheritance. Hope you understood. Next we go, what is the next type? That is multi-level, multiple inheritance. Actually, multiple inheritance is not supported in Java. Multiple inheritance is not supported in Java. Okay, it is supported in C++. It is supported in C++ but not in Java, but we can achieve by using interfaces. Another question, what is interfaces? Okay, yeah, interfaces means what is interfaces? Interfaces doesn't contain any body of the method, it contains only abstract methods. It contains only abstract methods. Okay, it contains only abstract methods. Okay, it doesn't contain next. So we cannot create the object for interface, but we can create a reference variable for interface. A reference variable for interface. Okay, so it may or may not contain the variables. If the variable contains in the interface, by default it is called as the constants. Okay, example, I will write the interface. Interface keyword must be used like classes, interface name. Okay, here whatever the you are writing the methods, it contains only abstract methods. Okay, it doesn't contain any body of the method. If you are writing the body, leads to error. It is error because interface should contain only abstract methods but not the body of the methods. So this is called abstract method. Abstract method means abstract. What is abstract method means? Abstract method means the body which doesn't contain the method which doesn't contain any body, contain the body is called abstract method. Okay, the method which doesn't contain any body is called abstract method. Here just look here, get data, only we have method heading is available, but not the body of the method. Okay, but not the body of the method. This is abstract method. So you can write by keyword abstract also, no problem. Okay, by default Java compiler will take the abstract here. Okay, this is abstract method. If you want to write any variables here, by default it is called constants. Okay, constants means we know that final static is called final static by default. This is final static is default. Okay, if you don't write also, compiler will write the final static for this variable in the interfaces. Okay, now we will come to our point, that is multiple inheritance. How can we achieve the multiple inheritance? Here I am writing the int1. Next I am writing another interface or class, interface int2. Public void connect. Here I am writing another class, that is C3. Okay, now I am implementing the multiple inheritance in this program. Just look here. First I am writing the implements keyword, implements int1 comma int2. This is nothing but a multiple inheritance. Okay, multiple inheritance means one child class. Okay, one child class and two super classes here. Int1 and int2 are the super classes for the C3 class. Okay, so I am implementing, means whatever the properties are available in the int1 and int2, that is, those are inherited to the class C3. Those are inherited to the class C3. This is the multiple inheritance we are achieving in indirectly, that is by using the interfaces. Okay, it is not possible if you are writing the class 1 and class 2 and class 3. Okay, for example, just look here, I am writing another class here, class C2. Okay, class C2 and class C1. Okay, I cannot write here. If you write something like this, it leads to error. Extends C1 comma C2. Actually it has to be written like this, but it leads to error because multiple inheritance is not supported. If you want to achieve multiple inheritance, we have to go for the interfaces. Interfaces means it is a collection of the abstract methods are called interfaces, and I cannot create the object for the interfaces. Interface is a keyword. So abstract method means the method which doesn't contain any body is called abstract methods. These are the concepts of the inheritance. Okay, next we go for the polymorphism. Polymorphism. What is polymorphism means? Same object performs different operations in different areas is called polymorphism. Same object performs different operations in different areas is called polymorphism. Okay, if you see the example only, you can understand the polymorphism. There are two types of polymorphisms are available. One is method overloading . Second one is method overriding. Okay, these are the types of the polymorphism. Types of the polymorphism, method overloading and method overriding. So, method overloading and method overriding, what is method overloading means? What is method overloading? Just I will write one simple class, you can understand. Void add int a int c into b, next c equal to a plus b. System dot out dot println of c. Next again writing the same method name, but the arguments are different here. Float c equal to a plus b. System dot out dot println of c. Just look here, the same method, that is add, here also add, here also add. Okay, same method here performing integer addition, here the same method performing the float point addition. Okay, this is nothing but a method overloading. Same method performing different operations are called method overloading. Method overloading leads to the polymorphism. Method overloading leads to the polymorphism. We have here the add, here the add. So, but the arguments types should be different, signature should be different. Signature means here I am writing the only single variable, that is of type integer. Here I am writing the of type different, that is float. Here int, here the float. Okay. So, here the type signature is different. So, this is called method overloading. So, what are the advantages of the overloading means? Easy to remember, same function call I can write here. Okay. Simple function call should be means method call, I can write add. So, 1 is 2 means it leads to that integer operations of the addition. Next add 2.3 f 5.4. Okay. This is floating point operations. Okay. Here the just look here, add of 2, this is the method call. Okay. So, whenever this method is called, now the control goes to wherever the add method is there, that is integer. So, 2 is copied to the formal parameter a. Okay. 2 is copied to the formal parameter a. Next, so next int b, another variable is created. If I am writing here 3, okay, c is called a plus b, that is 2 plus 3, 5 is stored into c. I am displaying the system dot out dot println. Now we will get the output 5. Here we will get 5. In case of a is t, a equal to 2. Okay, 2 is copied to a. Next 2.3f, 5.4f. Okay, these are the floating point variables are copied to the here float A, float B, float A and float B. So 2.3 is copied to A, 5.4 is copied to B. Next, float C equal to A plus B. This 2.3 plus 5.4 are copied and stored into left hand side variable C. System.out.println of C. Okay, means the amount of addition is displayed on the screen. Okay. Here I am writing the same method call add. Okay. So instead of going for overloading, we can go for some other also, but it is so we cannot it is not easy to remember. Next, second point, overriding. Remember one thing, here this overloading I am writing in the same class, that is C1 class. That is C1 class. In the same class, it contains the two same methods. Some rules are there for the method overloading. Rules are there. It should have same name, same method name. Next, and it should have only one class. It should have in same class. Third one, methods signature should be different. Should be different. Okay, these are the rules should be followed while we are implementing the method overloading. Next, we go for the what is method overriding. What is method overriding? So just by seeing this example, you need to understand the definition of the overriding. It is also called as runtime polymorphism. Okay, in C language, C++, it is called a virtual class. So virtual methods. Here we are writing runtime polymorphism class C1 public, or interface also we can write here. Public void connect. Public void connect. Okay, interface means it doesn't contain any body, right? Next, here I am writing class C2 implements C1 implements C1 public void connect. System.out.println connected. So look here, in the same class means there are two different classes, means one super class may be interface or class, and child class is different. That is same methods with the same signatures. This is nothing but a overriding. Okay, I am replacing the body of the method. Okay, I am writing without using interfaces. I am writing another example. Okay, in different classes without writing interfaces also we can write, that is class C1 public void connect. Okay, the same body you need to write. So, in child class also it should have the rules are there for the overriding, that is it should have the two different classes, method should have the two different classes, super class and one child class we should have. Okay, we should have the one super class, one child class or subclass. What is the super class here? C1. Okay, what is the subclass here? C2. So, so connect and connect, there are same signatures, public void connect. In the subclass also public void connect, there is no change, there is a different, it is not different arguments. Okay, same method name and consists in the subclass also. This is called overriding. Okay, method overriding. Overriding in general meaning is replacing the replacing. That is the meaning of the overriding. What we are replacing, body of the method is replacing. Okay. In super class, connect means it may connected to Oracle. Okay. In child class we can write in, it may connected to some other SQL database. Okay. That is definition of the here overriding. Okay, and tomorrow we will continue the some other concepts, that is general fundamentals of computers. Okay, as well what are the pending concepts are there in Java will be discussed tomorrow, and I hope you understood this technical session. Do not worry if you are already selected or you are going to write the exam. Very basic questions only you will be asked. You may not be written the programs unless if you show the confidence to the interviewer. Only they will ask only definitions or simple programs. Okay, thank you.